This is Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, Ashley Brown and John Hart.
The Bears Den on the campus of Burke County High School in beautiful Waynesboro, Georgia. It is week 11 of Game Night Live. Tonight, an undefeated showdown for a region crown. There you see the undefeated and 5th-ranked Burke County Bears as they get ready to play host to the equally unbeaten and 4th-ranked Thompson Bulldogs. A good football Friday night once again to you, everybody. John Hart joined once again by Ashley Brown. Matt Lane will join us from down on the field in just a second. And AB, as the Bears get ready to take the field, when the Game Night Live schedule came out 4 months ago, this is the one we all looked at, circled on our calendar, and said, this could be something special. And here we are, 4 months later, the last Friday night in October, and we have a battle of unbeatens.
Well, last year it was for a region title. Thompson got the win 20-7 and went on to go all the way to the state championship. Unfortunately for both of them, Cartersville were in their way. They knocked out Burke County in the 3rd round, knocked out Thompson in the championship game. But, yeah, just the game of the night in the state of Georgia, period. You got the number 2 team, number 5 team, both unbeaten. Beautiful night for football, a big rivalry game. All time they played 33 times. It's 17-16. Burke County leads the all-time series. And Eric Parker, since he took over this program at Burke County, he has beaten Thompson 7 out of 10. And I'm sure the Bulldogs have been told that this week. They want to rectify that. Although, last year, like I said, it was a monumental game, huge game. A lot of people there just like this. And Thompson came away with the win. Burke County wanting to return the favor tonight.
And while Thompson has owned this rivalry recently, they have not won here in the Bears Den since 2012.
Yeah, exactly. And look, they've revamped this stadium. You see, if you can tell, you got the field turf now. I hear their field house is better than a lot of colleges. This thing that they've built behind the stadium, you see it behind the visitor crowd there. People were tailgating at 4 o'clock. I hear the parking lots were full by 5. I mean, it is the atmosphere you're looking for.
Well, it is, again, a top 5 showdown, the game in the state of Georgia this week. And this Bear Den that they have completely revamped, as AB mentioned. You can see on the far side there behind the Thompson bench a completely packed visitors sideline. It is completely packed here on the home sideline. It is completely packed here in the press conference. It is a big game to be sure, and let's take a look at your 4 keys to the game, AB.
All right, 4 keys to the game. Let's start with Thompson, the visitors. There you see their captains. What they've got to do, they've got to force Burke County to throw the football some. Burke runs the football. As a matter of fact, they had a 600-yard game rushing the football earlier this year. Force them to throw. Mills Ridings, the quarterback for Thompson, the senior, he's got to protect the football. Can't throw. He's only thrown a couple of picks this year. Last year he threw a few more. Got to protect that football. Now, for Burke County, the keys, they can't let Christian Tutt hurt him in special teams. Last year he ran a punt back that sort of sealed the game for Thompson at the end, kind of put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. He's averaging 38 yards a kick return. Last year he averaged over 40 yards a kick return and punt return. There you see him on the left side of the captain's number 1, Christian Tutt, heavily recruited. I could tell you the colleges that haven't offered him more, quicker than I can tell you the ones that have. Alabama, Georgia, Southern Cal, I mean, you name it. He's got offers from everywhere. All-world defensive back. And then also get pressure on the quarterback. Burke County pressure Mills Ridings, the senior quarterback, the coach's son, pressure him into making some mistakes tonight.
Time now for the coin toss. Let's take it down to Matt Lane, who has a microphone in there.
All right, guys, good luck here. You calling the toss for me? Flipping this coin. American flag is the heads. GHSA is tails. That's the heads. That's the tails, okay? What's your call?
Tails.
Tails. If I drop it, I'll flip it again. He's called tails. That's a heads. Burke is one to toss. You want the ball. Which goal do you want to defend? Kick to the scoreboard. All right, turn you looking at the scoreboard blue, your back's to the scoreboard. Burke County wins the toss and will receive. You good? You good, back?
And we are about ready to go, AB.
We got the A team tonight. Chip Huffman's the head of area officials for the CSRA.
So we are almost ready for kickoff. Thompson, Burke County, number 4, number 5. Kickoff next on Game Night Live.
Who is that? Stephen Turner. I don't know if I know any of the other ones. Oh, yeah, Stephen and Mark Turner. I know them. Elliott Bean. Rodney Brown. He used to be that. Didn't he used to be that?
What's that?
He used to be that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Not sure, so I'm not going to say that.
Damari Kelly and Jalen Odom back deep to receive for the Bears.
Damari Kelly was the starting quarterback, leading rusher, and leading touchdown getter on this team last year. Now he's been moved mostly to defense. Very dangerous, very fast. Really hurt Thompson as a sophomore a few years back.
Marcus Cade boots it away, and here we go from Waynesboro. And on the return, it is Jalen Odom. He'll bring it up to the 25-yard line, and that is where the Bears will set up shop against this number 2 ranked Thompson team.
Yeah, Odom is one of a handful of running backs you're going to see carry the ball tonight. As a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 different backs, have over 300 yards rushing this year and at least 5 touchdowns for Burke County. So they'll incorporate many players in this offense. Bill Knight, though, is the quarterback.
And the running back straight up the gut is Leon McGee. And AB, as we take a look at this Burke County offense, the key is size on that offensive line.
It is. They are massive up front. 325, 305, 300, 260, and 240. Where's the beef? It's right there. I mean, that's for sure. And they've got, like I said, a stable of running backs that can run the football. A big test for Thompson's defense tonight.
He got 7 on first down. It is a keeper, and that's going to be a big first down up near midfield for Burke County, pushed out at the 47-yard line.
Hey, this kid's a special athlete, Bill Knight. 2 years ago, he didn't play. He was injured as a sophomore, and they told me, they said, you think Damari Kelly's fast? What do you see Knight? He's just as fast. He's also a big-time baseball player. He's committed to play at Mercer, but there are some chances. You know, a lot of scouts think maybe he could have a chance to get drafted.
They're going up-tempo here. Out of the gun is Knight. And he'll keep again across midfield, close to another first down, pickup of 6 yards.
A couple of great decisions by Knight there. First on the read option, he kept the ball, and then he had the option to pitch it out after that, and instead of pitching it, there was some danger there. He kept it up the middle and was able to get some yardage.
Into Thompson territory at the 48-yard line. This is a Bears offense averaging 45 points a game. This Thompson defense allowing just 10 points per game. So it'll be an interesting matchup to watch, and this time the Bulldogs get the better of it as they drop Leon McGee.
Well, 2 big-time players there that'll be playing on Saturdays, got that tackle together. One is number 1, Christian Tutt, but the other is their linebacker, Artest Banks. I love their defensive tackles. Larkins is a stud up front. I just mentioned Artest Banks, the linebacker. He's number 8. Hey, he's another one. He's a transfer from Aquinas, played at Thompson last year, but he's really one of their leaders now as a senior.
Big test for this Bulldog defense early. And they were close to it, and a first down picked up. Again, they gave it to McGee on the left side, and he'll have just enough by about a yard, and the Bears will move the chains once again.
Well, McGee is just a sophomore, and Eric Parker, I've known him since his first year at Laney, so I've known him for, 18 years. He's never done this before, John. He sent me a video of this kid last year and said, AB, you need to watch this one. He's a special freshman, and we're seeing it tonight, just the 10th grader, Leon McGee.
Ball on the ground, and the Bulldogs will have it. It is Ja'Cory Crawford on the recovery, still on his feet, and the Bulldogs have the ball, and the first big play of the game goes the way of the number 2 ranked team in the state.
Well, there's no doubt Christian Tutt gets the most attention on the Thompson defense, as well he should. One of the highest rated prospects we've had in the area in a long time. But I'm telling you, Ja'Cory Crawford is a great defensive back. Well, he was just Johnny on the spot there where the ball was. Knight trying to make something happen at the end of the play, had the ball knocked out.
So what was it?
Burke looked great on that drive up until that.
I was going to say, what was a very promising Bears drive comes to a disappointing end, and now Thompson takes over. And a powerful Bulldog offense, averaging 40 points a game.
Yeah, Mills Riding's the senior quarterback. He's the coach's son.
And he works out of the shotgun. And nobody back there as the ball falls harmlessly at midfield. Looked like somebody.
Miscommunication with he and the wide receiver, Cade there. Mills Riding's, like we said, the quarterback. Bubba Murray is an outstanding junior running back, but they also have a stable of backs with he and Tyreek Braswell. And then up front, they got some beef as well. The big guys up there, the tackle, LaTorrance is huge up there on that line for Thompson.
Out of the gun again is Ridings. They'll throw deep again. They will miss again.
Well, he's trying to get Ja'Cory Crawford. It looks like his feet got tangled up with one of the defenders from Burke County, and both passes, one overthrown and one overthrown because there was some miscommunication. Thompson coming out throwing the football, which is, they do throw it, but they certainly aren't an air attack. They're more of a ground attack.
3rd down, and the cowbells come out of the Bears' den.
And they've got Tutt in there on offense now, and he is the difference maker. It's a little different package maybe. They've got Mills Riding spread out wide.
Quarterback splits out wide to the left, and out of the wild dog, I guess you could call it, is Christian Tutt. Ball comes loose again. Tutt will keep. Tutt ahead for a big first down. Helmet comes loose, but it is a first down for the Bulldogs up to the 45-yard line.
Well, now you see why the coaches love that kid. That speed, that quickness. He's going to have to come out for a play because his helmet went down. He couldn't find his helmet at the end of the play. But, hey, that was a busted play because of a bobbled snap, and he goes right up the middle and still gets about 12 yards. So great play by Tutt, and that saved Thompson. They were forced with a 3rd and 10, and he saves them right there.
Quick look at the names on the Burke County defense.
Well, keep an eye on Damari Kelly in that secondary, and also one of their defensive ends can really play as well, Miles Simon.
Well, we have some more time to talk about those guys as flags come flying in, and it'll go against the Bulldogs. Procedure.
Well, the one thing I will say between these two teams, over time, not saying necessarily Ridings in this particular team, but over time, the team that seemed to make the most mistakes is Thompson. So in a game like this, right now, Burke County's made the fumble. Thompson's got to make them pay for that because they're usually the team that has to overcome a little bit of mistakes. Maybe, and they've also been hurt some in the passing game by some other teams. But right now, Burke County is the team that made the miscue.
Listen to this crowd. This time they try the left side, and there's not a whole lot there. You talked about the size of that Burke County defensive line.
Well, you won't find two bigger lines of scrimmage, the offensive line for Thompson, offensive line for Burke County, in Quad A in the state. I mean, these guys look at Thompson's line. We were talking about how big Burke County is. Look how big Thompson is. They're massive.
Somehow, Braswell able to pick up about, give him 2 yards on that.
Braswell's Thompson's leading rusher coming into the game. They don't have a big game breaker the way they did a year ago. I mean, they don't have a 2,000-yard guy. It's more of by committee, and that's the way Burke County does it as well.
Braswell averages 6 yards a carry. This time it'll be Ridings keeping Ridings in trouble across midfield, makes something out of nothing, and picks up a big first down into Burke County territory.
Well, he knew it. He knew he got just enough, got that foot across the first down marker. Big play by the quarterback. Looked like he might be sacked there. Simon was coming from behind but just couldn't catch him.
So fresh set of downs for the Dogs at the Burke County 45-yard line.
Well, Thompson has certainly come out throwing the football more than we might expect, maybe trying to catch Burke County off guard. Not that they don't throw it. I mean, they do, but they certainly are more of a run team. As a matter of fact, throughout the season, Ridings has attempted 78 passes.
And absolutely nothing there as that big blue wall of Burke County closes down on Bubba Murray.
Yeah, great play there. And that Burke County defense, their offense gets a lot of attention, but Miles Simon, 33, is a player. Last year I was real impressed with him, and this year he's had another phenomenal year.
Loss of 4 on the play, back to the Burke County 49-yard line.
Good look at Simon there. And they're back in that Wildcat formation. And
Well,
it looks like Yeah, Tut's in there, and they've got Riding spread out. They can do so many things with Tut, and they really haven't utilized it much over the last couple of years, but look at it here.
They got 14 last time they tried this, and this time Tut will keep it again, and the Bears weren't falling for it this time. Tackle made by number 38, Keldrion Cobb.
That was a play. He saved a huge gain. Look at the running room. If Tut gets out of that, he's going to run for he might go all the way, but he definitely was going to pick up huge yardage. So big time play there by number 38 in blue.
As it is, he ended up picking up one. So another big third down, 3rd and long for the Thompson offense.
They've had to work harder at it than Burke County did in that first drive. If you're looking for some early edge, Burke County's looked a little better moving the football.
And in 13, they've got it, and then some. Into the arms of Tyrese Jones down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Thompson.
Well, terrific pass that time. Ridings looked off on his first couple, but on that one he made a perfect throw. He had to throw over the linebacker and split those two safeties, and he did just that. Perfect throw by Ridings.
All the way down to the 9-yard line, so the Thompson Bulldogs are the first to visit the Augusta Technical College red zone in this ball game. 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, beautifully thrown ball.
Pick up a 39 on the pass play.
They go back to the Wildcat.
And there is Tut. Tut will keep again. Tut through the middle. Tut, touchdown, Thompson.
Well, like I said, Christian Tut has, as far as touches go, just 22 touches. That's counting returns this year. 4 touchdowns. They're using them a lot more in their offensive package tonight, and it's paying dividends.
So Thompson strikes first.
Tut, by the way, has been selected to play in the U.S. Army All-American game. The jersey presentation will be November 12th, and that is when he will make his college choice known.
That game coming up in January, and I know some folks in Athens will be paying close attention to his college choices. The Augusta or Georgia Military College kicks for college. Extra point is up and through off the foot of Sam Darien. Thompson leads 7-0, 6:28 left to play in quarter number 1. 7-0. Second-ranked Thompson leads 5th-ranked Burke County. AB, let's take another look at that Christian Tut touchdown.
Well, good blocking up front, and you got a kid that can fly in the backfield as well. And you know, that's a pretty good combination for your offense.
Or a freeze frame of the kickoff. Either one is fine. They were both exciting.
Yeah, Tut goes in on the short touchdown run after the big pass play. After the big pass play from Mills Riding. High short kick.
And it is taken up to the 29-yard line.
Number 20, Odom. On the stop, number 9.
Jalen Odom. And now the aforementioned Christian Tut touchdown, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, again, up front, really good blocking. They went to the Wildcat formation, and Tut just kind of raced in there. He's so quick. I mean, you just give him a step, and he's going to make you pay. And again, they haven't utilized him as much over the last couple of years, but tonight you're seeing him as one of the focal points of that offense.
So Thompson delivers the first blow. How will the Bears respond? And losing his footing and gaining maybe a yard is Leon McGee.
Yeah, nice play. Thompson stepping up, making the play was Lewis. Xavier Lewis, a senior.
Breaks up 2nd and 9.
So Burke County now has to answer. They were driving the ball down the field. A new quarterback in there as well.
Yeah, Jonya Dove takes over, and he'll throw. And not on, well, he's keeping his feet somehow and wrestling his way up for about 3 yards. We're going to have a flag fly in late, and I believe we might have a personal foul.
Well, Tut put a solid hit on him, but he didn't wrap up, and he also hit him high, and that allowed the back to stay on his feet. And then a late hit, I guess, came after that. If we can see that again. They did put Dove into the game. They'll play 3 different guys at quarterback. Dove came into the game. And it is going to be a personal
foul against Thompson. That will give Burke County a big first down.
Again, little mistakes. Thompson's so talented. If they cut those out, they're almost impossible to beat. Unless they run into Cartersville in the state championship game, of course,
which is possible.
Premier passer in the country. But you can't beat yourself in a game like this. You can't give 15 yards on a silly play.
Boy, all the way into Thompson territory, Burke County now.
Another quarterback, by the way. That's Damari Kelly.
Yeah, Damari Kelly. So that's the third different quarterback we've seen utilized by Eric Parker.
It's amazing. A lot of coaches don't even like using 2 quarterbacks. They'll use 3 or 4. And Kelly was their starter last year, and as a sophomore really showed glimpses of being really special. And now he's kind of the third string guy, which is odd.
McGee dropped on the play by Dylan Hobbs, who is Thompson's leading tackler this year. 38 tackles, 3 sacks for him.
You talk about special. That kid's only a sophomore. They think he is going to be big time.
That's Kelly again, throwing up close to a first down. They'll mark him about a half-yard shy in the arms of Ronnie Stone. Or Dallas Rogers, I should say.
Yeah, Rogers is their top target, 6'3". They don't throw it a lot, but when they do, they like to go to Rogers. And Kelly is a speed guy. If he gets a lane, he can run. And he's in there at quarterback now.
McGee, the lone back with him.
Little sophomore, really high on him. A lot of people are at Burke County, and they
will go McGee, and he will pick up the first down.
And stepping in there to make the tackle for Thompson is number 20. That is Braswell.
Moved up to the 36-yard line. Picked up a 4. He needed 1. So 4 more downs now for the Bears as they're driving, trying to answer the Thompson drive. Well, it's getting late here at the first.
You want to get that momentum back. They had it going until that fumble, and then Thompson made them pay for it.
Fresh set of legs in the backfield, and it was going to be Kelly to keep. Got a flag down.
Prior to the snap, false start.
Look, it's great
on the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
150 yards a game, that's awesome. But it also is really tough to defend when you know Burke County can play 3 different quarterbacks. They can play about 4 or 5 different running backs. You don't have a clue who's getting the ball. Plus, the offense they run, this wing T thing, I mean, it's kind of a spread version of it where there's all sorts of counters and misdirections. It's got to be a nightmare for teams trying to game plan against them, and that's why I guess they're averaging 45 points a game.
Cameron Holmes is now the running back in for Burke County.
He's their second leading rusher this year.
And we're going to have another motion penalty, I believe, or maybe a formation against the Bears.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Chip Huffman with the call, and back-to-back penalties for Burke County.
Chip, great guy. He does us a big favor every year. He'll get together and go over kind of the rule changes. There were 2 big ones this year, and in past years he's done the same thing for us, and we certainly appreciate that.
So what was 1st and 10 from the Thompson 37 is now 1st and 20 from the Bulldog 47 for Burke County. And Kelly to throw. Ooh, dangerous. But ball falls harmlessly.
That is nice. Artest Banks, the Aquinas transfer, number 8, who tipped that away. Banks is a big-time player. Again, he was at Aquinas as a sophomore and transferred in here last year.
Oh, nice play over the middle. So it's 2nd and 20.
Burke County might be lucky that was tipped. There were 2 defenders right there, one of them Christian Tuck.
Kelly will keep this time in trouble. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, great job by the Thompson defense.
Number 6 there in the center of your screen.
That's Lewis. Called his name a little while ago. Made a nice play. There he is again.
Loss of 3. Going to bring it 3rd and a long way for Burke County.
Yeah, nowhere to go that time for Kelly. And, yeah, they got a long way to go for sure. They've got to get all the way down to the about the 27-yard line for a first down. So 23 yards to go.
3rd and 23. You bet Kelly's going to try to throw. Well,
there's that speed.
Kelly through the middle. Kelly close to a first down, or back to the original line of scrimmage, I should say, 33-yard line, but going to be well short of the first down.
John, that was deja vu of the game in Thompson 2 years ago when he was a sophomore. He came in at the end of the game, and I went up to, I talked to Coach Parker. I said, this sophomore quarterback you got is going to be something. You saw the speed there. He is lightning fast. Corey Crawford saved the first down there.
16, the first Ken Nugent one call. That's all moment for Eric Parker, and he's going to go for it on 4th down.
It's easy. They're going for it.
They need 7 over the middle. Incomplete. Thompson football.
Well, it's a tough thing when you've got to throw when you're not a passing team, and that's what happened there. They might have been better served to drop back and have him run the football.
Thompson takes over, 2:18 to play in quarter number 2. Thompson with a 7-0 lead and getting the ball. Number 2, Thompson with a 7-0 lead and the football as we get late here in the first quarter. Operating from their own 33.
Riding's back in there.
And they'll keep it on the ground.
That's Braswell, their leading rusher this year.
Yeah, Braswell, 681 total yards on the ground this year, averaging almost 100 yards a game.
Well, they've got Bubba Murray, who's outstanding, but he's only had about 60-something carries this year. And then they're really high on a sophomore named Tyler Curry that they say might be the best of the bunch. He's just a 10th grader who's been hurt some this year. So, again, Thompson, sort of like Burke County, we'll see a lot of different guys run the ball. Look at that beef up front, though. They're massive.
Look at Torrance Jeffrey, number 77. He's got his own area killer. And again, Burke County, Thompson will try to keep it on the ground and absolutely going nowhere. Looks like the charge was led by Miles Simon.
Yeah, Simon 33 was the first guy there. Actually, check that. 17 was the first guy there.
Yeah, on further review, absolutely.
Yeah, Anthony Lovett got in there.
So,
all right, let me see what we got.
There's Lovett.
Loss of one on the play.
Burke County, one thing Eric Parker's always done, and I love it, he's got these undersized, sometimes guys that he'll put up at the defensive end because they're so quick. And, man, it's worked for him like crazy.
So what's Rob Ryden's going to dial up on 3rd and 8. They will swing it out for Jalen Odom. Or, I'm sorry, not Jalen, for Tyreek Braswell. And he will be stopped short, about 3 yards short. We have an injured Thompson player back near the 30-yard line, just to the left of your screen. And that is number 70, Christian Coulter, an offensive lineman.
Yeah, one of their big linemen. And they, you can't afford to lose linemen anytime, but especially some of these big guys.
Well, we will keep an eye on him while AB tells you all about
McDonald's.
Yes, sir.
Game Night Live presented each week by our friends at McDonald's. Don't miss out on McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy cuts of chicken seasoned just right. Use every last morsel of our tenders to get every last drop of our delicious sauces, like the new signature sauce, the Sriracha Mac sauce. Prices and participation may vary. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
So while they attend to Christian Coulter, we can tell you that Border Bowl 5 is just 2 months away. You mentioned earlier that Christian Tutt will be playing in the All-American Army Bowl in January. We have our own All-Star game coming up.
Well, and I think those are on the same weekend, as a matter of fact. But, yeah, the top seniors in Georgia versus the top seniors in South Carolina. This thing has grown each year. It's massive. The kids love it. J.B. Arnold from Jefferson County will coach Team Georgia. Chris Hamilton, the head coach at South Aiken, will coach Team South Carolina. I met with them this week. They're into it, man. Most times we have these pre-meetings where we talk about the team, and I help out, and the other guys help out, and the writers help out, and everybody. Hey, these coaches already knew. They had already got the coaches nominate players, but they knew who the top players were. Trust me.
And what's a football game without cheerleaders, AB?
That's
you can't have a
true.
Border Bowl without cheerleaders. We are looking for the best seniors. Apply now for the chance to be a Border Bowl 5 cheerleader. Visit gascborderbowl.com/cheer to apply. So Coulter was able to walk off under his own power. Happy to report that. And Burke County,
Cade's going to punt it.
as Cade will have the punt blocked.
He ran too far.
He ran too far on that rugby-style kick, and a huge break for Thompson as they'll have the ball inside Burke County territory. I believe it was Tyreek Washington that got his hand on the punt, but we'll have to take a look at the replay to make sure.
Yeah, Burke County will have it inside Thompson territory with great field position to start their third drive. And he just ran a little too far with it. If he took one less step, he gets that off probably.
So Burke County will take over in Thompson territory at the 47-yard line.
And Bill Knight is back in quarterback. He is the team's leading rusher.
He was the starter. And the Bears will go with Marcelo Snelling, one of that stable of running backs that they have. Not a whole lot there around the right side. Give him about a half yard.
Well, he turned around and I have so many jokes coming because Ronnie Howard got him. Little Opie Cunningham with the tackle. He wasn't having good. What now?
I was gonna say Opie Taylor, but you covered them both. Opie Cunningham. That's nice. I like it.
Got them both.
Very good. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Well, how about that for starters?
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Woo. We are through one quarter play at the Bears Den with the Thompson Bulldogs, the number 2 team in the state, leading Burke County 7-0. Quarter number 2, Thompson leads Burke County 7-0. Bears take over, or have the ball 2nd and 10, I should say, from the Thompson 46-yard line. And through the gut, they will give it to McGee, and he will be up close to a first down. It's going to be right on the marker. Let's see. They're going to say 3rd down, mark him about, an inch short.
I see why Coach Parker's so high on that young man, just a 10th grader. And this isn't just these teams that are good this year. Burke County and Thompson, the rich tradition, 28 region titles, 5 state titles for Thompson, 7 region championships, 1 state title for Burke County. These 2 teams have been good for a long, long time.
They need about an inch. They're going to get about 3 yards. That'll be William Knight through the middle on the keeper. Pick up another big Bears first down.
And it's a Burke County Bear first down.
You see on the replay, great blocking. Just great blocking up front. They double-teamed one of the big defensive tackles and just blew him out of the way.
Bears moving quickly again. Trying to keep that vaunted Thompson defense off balance. It's McGee, and not a whole lot there as he is stood up by number 44, Contavia, by number 44, my roster flipped over on him, Marcelo Snellis. Oh, man.
Yeah, McGee, man, just, again, this kid is going to be something special in a couple of years. Already a really good running back, only a 10th grader. And, Thompson, again, the Burke County, despite how big those tackles are up front for Thompson, Burke County's opening some holes.
He got 4 on that one, and they're going to be close to a first down, and I believe they will have it on this one. Needed 6, and it will be a first down. Jalen Odom picks it up.
The free safety, Corey Crawford, came up and made a nice tackle, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 24.
Down to the 24-yard line as he picked up 4. This is Knight, and he's hit hard on the right side by Tyrese Jones. Picked up maybe yard and a half.
Got Thompson defense that time really
spread 2.5.
Really stretched that play out there. You saw everybody from the Thompson defense going right where the ball was.
So they hit 2.5. Call it 2nd and 7 from the Thompson 18-yard line. And this is Damari Kelly again in at quarterback, straight ahead on the keeper. He is inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, heck of a play by number 94, Anthony Larkins, the biggest guy on the field, able to grab the feet of the quarterback, Damari Kelly, and save a touchdown.
The Bears inside the Augusta Technical College red zone, but they have a big 3rd down here, 3rd and about a foot. Kelly in at quarterback again for Odom. First down, Odom, touchdown, Burke County.
Listen to this crowd, John. You think they're not into it? Biggest game in the state of Georgia. These folks in Waynesboro are loving it.
$14-yard touchdown run for for Odom, and
nothing
Burke County,
fancy about it, John. Just right
through
up the
middle. And Burke County with the extra point here can tie this one up. Jeremy Tinley with a point after. The Georgia Military College Pittsburgh College extra point is good. And with 9:24 left in the first half, your score, Thompson 7, Burke County 7 on Game Night Live. Welcome back to the epicenter of high school football in the state of Georgia on the last Friday night in October. And Burke County has just evened things up with Thompson in this top 5 showdown for the region crown. And take a look at this. Back deep to receive the kickoff for Thompson is Christian Tutt, but they're not going to kick it anywhere near him. It is going to come down into the hands of Tyler Brownswell. That's not a bad plan to me, but he is pushed back and then
This Burke County crowd is fired up and loud. Let's see if Thompson can weather the storm here from this Burke County crowd, this momentum the team from DC has taken back. The Bears tied it up on that nice drive there, ending it with a touchdown run. Real similar run, actually, to what Thompson scored on. They did it from the Wildcat with a Christian Tutt playing quarterback. Now they got Ridings back in there in the shotgun.
He'll be back there with Bubba Murray. It is Murray. Nothing. Maybe a yard.
Well, they've got play clocks on both sides of the field, but one thing Thompson did when they won the toss and elected to have the scoreboard for the second half, which I thought was, obviously a smart play. But right now they do have the game clock. If you're worried there, they took a little time, but the quarterback can look in the back of the end zone and see the play clock at the far end of each field. Tutt is back in there now.
Tutt in there, back in the Wild Dog.
And the very, very talented junior Bubba Murray back there as well.
And you see the quarterback Ridings here on the near side, spread out wide. Tutt, trickeration, Ridings, deep, complete. It is Tutt down inside the 30-yard line.
That is a well-designed play right there, my friends. That is a well-designed play. And if you're the guy covering Ridings, you know what's about to happen, and you can't relay it fast enough to everybody. I mean, Tutt just flew past the defensive backs. Great play call by the Thompson staff there. They lost their play caller from a year ago, and maybe the best play caller in the area, Jarrett Troxler. He took a job up at a big-time program in Ohio, but that was a great play.
Picked up a 40 yards, and now trouble on the snap. Tutt running for his life, and lucky to not, that didn't end up any worse than it did, as that was near disaster for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Tutt switched to number 1 with the untimely death of his brother in a traffic accident. His brother was a great player here, wore number 1. Tutt used to wear number 2. Switched to number 1 to honor his brother last year.
That'll back him up to the just outside the 30-yard line. Murray back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Nope, Ridings will keep. And maybe they should have gone to Murray.
Well, Ridings, they wanted a flag there.
Thompson sideline wants the flag. Coach Rob Ridings beside himself, asking for the penalty, but none is forthcoming.
He got him in the field of play. Now let's see where it went here. Ridings with a great stiff arm, but see, he had him here, and he did. That was a clean play. That was a good clean play. That stiff arm before that, though, got the Thompson crowd, got the players a little fired up.
We are sitting next to the Thompson radio crew who saw that a little differently than we did.
Yeah, he said it's borderline. And there, Coach Ridings is furious. You see him there with the black visor.
He is not happy. And he wants to have a chat with the officials, so we have the Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. And we can hear the elite official, Chip Huffman, in our ear saying, he didn't see anything wrong with the play because, as you said, it was in the field of play. We'll take timeout with them, and Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout on the field. 3rd and 18. Thompson from the Burke County 34-yard line. Riding. Down he goes.
You can't take that sack. Simon got him.
Simon on the sack.
Yeah, you can't take that sack. You got to get rid of the football somehow. You see right here, Ridings right here has to scramble and get rid of that football.
A loss of 11 on the play will definitely take the Bulldogs out of field goal range. And now
you just got to scramble to your right to the near your sideline and throw that football and get rid of it there. You can't take that loss.
Well, Thompson lined up to punt, but Burke County's not quite sure because they don't have anybody back. I don't think they believe it. But the Bulldogs will punt.
Well, Cade's punt's going to
down
bounce.
at about the 11. While we have a moment, let's take it down to Matt Lane for our first Augusta Auto Auction sideline report of the game.
As you've been talking about, a lot's changed since the last time we came out here to Burke County. As you've seen on the field, and I know you and Ashley have talked about the weight room and how extravagant it is. If you see down here on the ground, Burke County getting the field turf that you see at just about every college and also on the NFL level, really the best of the best. It gives, holds up a lot better than grass, and also you can play other sports on it. So terrific for Burke County to be the beneficiary of such a wonderful surface to play football on. Back to you, John.
Matt Lane with the Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. And a pickup about 2 on first down for the Bears.
Now Burke County, the momentum kind of on their side now. They are pinned back a little bit. Let's see what they can do on offense here. Another quarterback in there.
And that, if we can catch a number, is Janya Dove.
So they've used 3 different quarterbacks tonight. You don't see very many.
Giving Thompson a lot of different looks this time.
Yeah.
Like I said, this Thompson defense this year only allowing 9.7 points a game. You got to try something different.
Well, and the thing about it, most teams that are this accomplished, ranked 5th in the state, 7-0, they might use 2, but you don't see very many using 3. But Eric Parker's not afraid to throw anybody in this system of his.
They need 4 on third down. And Knight is not going to get it as that defense collapses around him. Big number 92, Devin Randall, the first guy we saw come out of the pile.
I was real impressed with Randall last year in the Burke County game when we were at Thompson. And he and Larkins up front are just massive. And they are just nowhere to go for Bill Knight, who's got some speed.
Loss of 3. You talk about size. How about big number 94 right there, Anthony Larkins, a senior defensive tackle.
I want to eat Thanksgiving dinner at his house.
No, you don't. You might not have anything left.
Oh, that's a good point.
So the Bears will punt. Thought about faking it, and again, a block. And Thompson's going to have the ball, and a huge plum play for the Bulldogs down deep inside Bear territory.
We've seen both teams do this on that Australian.
Hold it too long.
Yeah, that rugby-style kick. And they both took too long. This time it looked like he was going to think about running it. He just took too long. You got to make a decision a lot earlier there. That is a big, big mistake.
And our apologies, I could not see who got a hand on it.
Boy, that's a huge, huge mistake, though.
So Thompson will have a very short field, setting up inside the Augusta Technical College red zone. And now I believe we have a timeout on the field, so we'll go from the Augusta Technical College red zone to the Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout.
I think Thompson had too many people on the field, and they had to call a timeout. The officiating crew was even saying, you better hustle off. And Thompson didn't want to take a chance. With such a golden opportunity, they didn't want to take a chance backing themselves up, so they called the timeout. That might end up being a really smart play if they're able to punch this in.
Well, we obviously are at the center of high school football in the state of Georgia tonight, but don't forget, you can catch all of the highlights from all the games around Augusta in the CSRA, all the highlights and scores on Football Friday night coming up tonight at 11:35. And also, each week we like to honor our scholar of the game, and tonight, for Thompson.
Yeah, for Thompson tonight, it is Sam Derry. Derry is a senior kicker for Thompson. Took over for a big-time kicker last year in Dakota Gergens and has done a good job. Outstanding in the classroom and on the field. Congratulations to our scholar of the game from Thompson, number 21, Sam Derry.
And his Bulldogs have it from the 15. And that's going absolutely nowhere. Leading the charge is Anthony Lovett for the Bears.
Yeah, they tried to get it to Braswell there on that right side. Correct me if I'm wrong, John, on that punt. The normal punter for Burke County is Bill Knight. Mm-hmm. That looked like number 40, Zach Martin, that was back at punter.
I believe you're right.
So I'm not sure what went on there. Bill Knight is the normal punter.
Which may be why Thompson was so convinced that something was up.
Kind of odd. I'm not sure what was happening there. Knight is the quarterback, so you'd think he'd be the guy you'd want in there.
Right.
If something was up. But it looked like Zach Martin was back there.
Loss of 3 on first down brings up 2nd and 13 from the Burke County 18. Ridings to the end zone. Oh, he had his man, but a little miscommunication. Adonis Kendrick was back there and got behind the defender, but the ball falls incomplete.
Ridings, like you said, he had a guy there as he rolled to his left, and that's a touchdown. If he, not sure who miscommunicated there, if the quarterback threw it in the right spot and the receiver wasn't there or what, but he had a guy open for sure. Ridings on the year, 6 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. Again, they don't throw it a lot, averaging coming into this game about 11 throws per contest. They've thrown it a lot more tonight than they normally do, and I think that's because they knew Burke County would be keying on their run tonight.
Big 3rd down for this Burke County defense. Look at all the receivers for Thompson. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Ridings over the middle, incomplete. Bulldogs want a flag, and there it is.
Ja'Cory Crawford wanted a flag, and he got it. And, he lobbied for it, and it came in there after he lobbied.
Let's take another look.
Looks like he did get hit. Let's see how the throw was.
That's interference on the defense.
I don't know if that was catchable.
I'm not sure that was catchable either.
I don't think that it's not a first down.
It won't be a first down either, so they'll go to the 9-yard line. The penalty to take it
half the distance. Tut is open.
He's
double
right-hand corner.
Yeah,
that's interference
got one guy
on the defense.
Crawford
half the
had 2.
distance to the goal.
I don't think that pass was
down.
catchable. Thompson got lucky on one there.
So it'll be half the distance to the goal line, which again will still not be a first down. It'll take it down to the 9-yard line. And again, now Rob Ridings with a Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment, and he's going to go for it now. Well, it's only 3rd down. Sorry about that. Tut through the middle, left side, spinning, touchdown, Christian Tut.
Well, I tell you what, coming into this game, keep this in mind, folks. Coming into this game, Christian Tut had 6 carries all year, and right now he's got 2 touchdowns.
Look at this. How did he stay on his feet to get in the end zone?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody squat like he did and be able to spin. I've seen that spin move standing straight up. He was down in a squat position, able to keep those feet, the balance, and get in the end zone.
Georgia Military College kicks for college extra point. He is up and good by Sam Derry, our scholar of the game, as if on cue. And Thompson reclaims the lead 14-7 with 3:10 to play here in the first half. Gutsy call by Rob Ridings to go for it on 3rd down. I got my downs confused.
Well, the referees, because it was half the distance to the goal, it was not a first down, but it did set up 3rd. And Thompson, boy, great football. There's just 2 great teams slugging it out right now. And here's the thing. Burke County had a fumble. It turned into a touchdown. And then they have a punt block. It turns into a touchdown. Basically 2 turnovers. You can't do that in these games. You just can't. Good teams are going to beat you. And right now, Thompson's making less mistakes. Even though they've made some, they're making less than Burke has so far.
So can the Bears answer in the final 3 minutes and change here of the first half? Whoop. This play on the snap. And Kelly will get hit hard at the 22-yard line. So the Bears will be 78 yards away from it with 3 minutes and 2 seconds to get there.
Yeah, sophomore Rodney Lazenby held him, and then a host of Bulldogs came in and laid him down.
While we got a second, I want to say a special hello to Jalik Nicholson, who was a starting defensive back on this Thompson team. Hurt his knee earlier this season and had surgery on it recently. He's recovering right now, and the coaching staff tells us he is down there back in Thompson watching the game. Hello, Jalik. He's not going to like this because a long run down the right side by Jalen Odom. How about that for an answer?
Wow, Jalen Odom, who had the touchdown earlier, breaks free. And again, this is a guy that's like their 5th leading rusher, maybe 6th. I got to look at the numbers. And he's about to have a huge night tonight. Coming into this game, Jalen Odom was the team's 5th leading rusher. And right now, he's been one of the stars.
60 yards on the run by Odom and puts Burke County right back in the Augusta Technical College red zone.
That's home.
Give it up the middle to
Cameron Holmes on the carry that time.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. Keep getting screamed. We got people. Everybody's so excited.
Yeah.
They're standing up in front of us in the press box.
Yeah, Cameron Holmes had the carry that time, and a nice run. Good tackle at the end. I believe that was Tudd who came in and tripped him up and saved the touchdown. One thing I'll tell you about Tudd, he's not afraid to hit a lot of corners, and that might be his position in college instead of safety as corner. A lot of corners, not necessarily are hitters. Tudd is.
Back to McGee through the middle, and McGee will set up the Bears first and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bill Knight back in at quarterback with Holmes in the backfield with him.
It is Holmes through the middle. Needs a push. It's not there. And the Bulldogs think the ball came out. They're pointing the other way.
They're saying he was
the
down.
Officials say he's down. So Burke County will have it at about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line.
See if we can get a look at this here. They're saying they had blown it dead, I guess.
I never saw it come out.
Yeah.
Oh, there, it squirted out on the left side there. 2nd and goal from the 1. Knight, keeper, Knight, touchdown, Burke County.
Bill Knight getting into the scoring column there, the senior. Yeah, Burke County with the big 60-yard run sets everything up, and they have got the momentum back. And again, think about Thompson's both scores for Thompson have come off turnovers. Burke County has been able to move the ball. Thompson has that one big pass play that set him up, but Burke County has really moved the ball maybe more effectively.
Georgia Military College kicks for college. Extra point is good. And just like that, we are right back where we started. Burke County has tied the number 2 ranked team in the state. 14 all with 1:17 left now in the first half.
What a football game.
This is everything we expected and hoped for and more so far.
You don't get much better atmosphere than we had last year in Thompson. I don't know that this might be better just because of the game got much more attention. Both are undefeated, ranked in the top 5 in the state. Thompson was the runner-up last year. Burke lost to Cartersville last year, deep in the playoffs too. What a game.
Well, can Thompson answer? It's a well-worn cliche in sports, but this really feels like 2 heavyweight fighters just slugging it out.
Whoever has it last wins.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, unbelievable.
Man.
2 great football teams, well coached, a lot of good athletes, a lot of kids will be playing football at the college level in front of a packed house.
Again,
They told Thompson if they wanted to come to the game, they better buy tickets by Tuesday.
Wow. So now it's the Bulldogs' turn, and it's Tyreek Braswell on the return, and they'll have pretty good field position as a flag flies in late and catch the call there. Going to be a face mask, and that'll tack on another 15 yards. So the Bulldogs are going to have great field position here.
Yeah.
With
15-yard face mask there at the end of the play.
68 seconds left to go.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 40 with a flag on the play.
So that's going to take it all the way down to the Burke County 45-yard line.
Well, and again, another miscue. These errors are huge. These 15-yard penalties are massive.
First down at the 45.
Hey, bud.
Seven, 68 seconds left to play in the first half. And look at this! Breaking through for 16 big yards is the aforementioned Tyreek Braswell.
Yeah, Braswell, the leading rusher coming into tonight. I think coming into the season, a lot of the people thought it would be Bubba Murray, but Braswell has been the guy that's had the bigger season, more carries, and seems to be their featured back.
Save is down at the 31. Ridings to keep. Down to the 30. bring up 2nd and 9. Clock continues to move. 37 seconds, 36 seconds. Bulldogs up to the line. Inside 30 seconds. Ridings needs 9. Throwing. It is complete to Corey Crawford inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Thompson with 23 seconds left.
Yeah, they're getting their athletes the ball tonight, no doubt. And you see a good throw. That's a perfectly placed throw by Ridings. Crawford makes the catch, and Thompson knocking on the door here inside the Augusta Technical College red zone all the way down to the 5-yard line.
We talk about what a ball game. What a last 2 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Christian Tuck back in at quarterback out of the Wild Dog formation.
Well, he's got 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, flag down. That's going to be motion against the center. False start.
Yeah, he moved the football before he snapped it. Snapping
on the offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
There you go. Chip Lupton letting us know.
Well, still 1st and goal. It'll back it up to the 10-yard line. Now the clock will start, and now that'll force Thompson to take a timeout with 10 seconds to play. A Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. Allow us to catch our breath up here.
Man, I tell you what, it has been a barn burner. We got some good games going on around the area, too. Brooklyn Casey giving Strom Thurmond fits right now at 7-7 over in South Carolina. And how about Barnwell, who could do nothing last week offensively? They went from 8-0 to 92 yards of total offense and 8-1, and now they're hammering Silver Bluff 21-0. Also in South Carolina, South Aiken up big on Midland Valley, 21-zip. Saluda leads Fox Creek 16-0. We'll get to some Georgia scores here in a moment.
Yeah, we'll catch you up to date on all the scores coming up at the half. We will also take a look at our weekly high school spotlight feature this week. We will pay a visit to Burke County High School. We'll also hear from the Burke County High School marching band. All that coming up for you at the half. But still some business to be settled here. 10 seconds to play in the first half. Thompson, 1st and goal at the Burke County 10-yard line. Cut in the backfield. And it's a direct snap to him. It's Crawford looking to throw. Crawford, end zone incomplete. Burke County snuffed that out well.
Yeah, they did. A little trickeration again by Thompson. I like that design of that. As you see, Ridings look like, okay, it's confusion. I don't know what's going on. And they snap it straight to Tut. He pitches to Crawford. I'm not so sure they shouldn't have just let Tut run there. And Crawford throws it out of the back of the end zone. So they're going to try to kick.
So that will take the clock down to 4 seconds. So on 2nd down, they will try to reach for what will basically be about a 26-yarder.
Yeah,
26-yarder, yeah. The Georgia Military College kicks for college, and now the Bears want to take a timeout and talk about it.
Well, man, oh, man. What a game.
You know, we say this every week, that if you missed anything tonight or you're just getting home and joining us, you can catch the rebroadcast on that Sunday at noon on WJBF News Channel 6. Folks, this one you want to.
You better watch. Yeah, this one is, again, the atmosphere is electric. The teams are playing their tails off. Some of the play calling's been pretty good. And, of course, all the other games we were giving you some scores on earlier, you can catch all the final scores a little later tonight with Football Friday night.
Yeah, the only 30-minute show in town dedicated solely to high school football. Nathan Palm and Zach Hughes working hard right now to get you all the scores and highlights from around the area. Football Friday night coming up for you tonight, 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6.
And here we go. Derry to kick. He replaced a kid named Dakota Gergens that was one of the best kickers in the area. And they're going to hold it actually at about the 17, so make it a 27-yarder.
Derry 27 yards out to give Thompson the lead. And it is good. And that is how the first half comes to an end with Thompson taking a 3-point lead into the locker room. AB, what a first half this was.
Well, you had miscues, no doubt, but you had two very good football teams just slugging it out. And I tell you, that kick could be very big. I mean, this game could come down to that. And if you're Burke County, you're kicking yourself because you had the fumble and you were driving down the field. Then you had the punt on a really kind of a silly play that was blocked. That Thompson, both their touchdowns coming off those big plays. I consider them both turnovers. And if you're Thompson, you got to do something to stop the Burke offense. They've been able to move the football on the Bulldogs.
We will run down the first half stats. We'll bring you all the up-to-date scores from around the area. Our high school spotlight feature is coming up. All that and more coming up at the half. Hey, folks, call your friends. Get Grandma in off the porch, whatever. We've got a half to go here, and you do not want to miss it. We are coming back for the halftime show. Your score at the half, the Thompson Bulldogs 17, the Burke County Bears 14. It is halftime on Game Night Live. Time for the second half kickoff. Quickly down to Matt Lane for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report.
Thank you, John. Coach, going into the half, tough giving up that field goal like that. I know you turned the ball over early in the game, but seemed to bounce back pretty good in the first half.
Just hadn't been able to seem to get out of our own way. Just we'll get some things going and always find a way to make a mistake. We're not going to be able to win the ball game like that.
Game plan on offense, are you going to continue to run the ball like you tried to in the first half? It seemed like you showed signs at one long run in the first half.
That's what we do. We don't really know anything else, to be honest with you.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thanks.
Back to you, John.
And Eric Parker's Bears will receive.
I love that. Hey, that's what we do. We really don't have anything else. They're going to run the football.
I should have said kick off here to start the second half.
There you see Christian Tutt back deep, averaging about 38 yards of return this year. That's actually down from last year where he averaged about 45.
So buckle your seatbelts, everybody. We have 24 minutes of football left, at least.
At least.
And the Bears down 3 will kick it off to start the second half.
And it's Jacob Hickman handling the kickoff.
And here's the kick.
And again, it is Tutt from the 6 to the 26. And that's where the Bulldogs will set up.
On the stop, number 32, Walker.
Very dangerous. By the way, that's a freshman that just kicked that football off. And Tutt with a nice return.
Good kickoff at that.
And let's see what Thompson tries to do. They opened up the offense, threw way more. Again, this is a team that averaged 11 throws a game. They threw 10 times in the first half. So double the normal output in terms of pass attempts. And they threw a couple of trick plays in there as well. One of them worked big. Let's see what they do here. Mills Riding is in at quarterback with 2 backs.
Yeah, they'll start with Murray and Braswell. It'll be Braswell on the carry, pushing his way ahead for 6 tough yards at left tackle.
The offensive line did such a good job there. The lead running back blocker was Murray, and he didn't have anybody to hit. He just kind of ran through there freely if you watch on this replay. He's looking for somebody. There really wasn't anybody there.
They'll give him 7 on it, so call it 2nd and 3. Again, the 2 backs. This time, Ridings to throw. It is complete. Marcus Cade, and the ball comes loose. And Burke County has recovered. Now, are they going to say he was down? The official comes in.
Was it complete? I don't even know.
Now they're going to say
it.
it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know he had it. I tell you, what an effort, though, by Marcus Cade. Ooh, I don't know.
That's a couple of steps.
He may have had that. Yeah,
again,
boy.
This isn't the NFL,
they don't
so
get the
we
replay.
don't get the benefit of the replay.
And
there's a flag as well,
penalty.
and ineligible
Still
receiver
second down.
downfield for the Thompson Bulldogs.
He actually lost it as he was trying to move the football. He caught it, arm stretched out. As he tried to move it down, he lost it. But it did look like maybe he took a couple of steps with it. That was really close. And Thompson dodges a bullet there. What an effort, though, by Cade. By the way, Cade, all-out speed, maybe one of the fastest guys on this team and maybe in the area. He can fly. And that was a really well-thrown ball by Ridings.
So the end result of all of that is incomplete pass, and the penalty on Thompson for the ineligible receiver downfield backs them up to the 27-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Again, Braswell to Ridings right. Ridings And incomplete, and two defenders ran into each other. It looked like a vicious hit, but they actually got each other back there.
Well, he overthrew Braswell by a couple of feet there. Last throw was perfect. This one was just overthrown.
Whew. Demian Williams and couldn't catch the other number. Both going
Chad
for the football.
Crumley. Chad Crumley was the other player.
They're all right. Brings up a big third down. The press box is shaking. On third down, they need 8. And they're going to get nothing. It'll be Burke County ball.
That's a good stand by Burke County.
Oh, the late flag comes in.
Oh, man.
Wow. A roughing the passer call against Burke County.
Yeah, the referees were right there. Now, Thompson might have dodged the bullet on the one that could have been a fumble, but this looked like a good call. The officials were right on top of it. Let's see it if we got a shot of it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense.
Yeah,
15-yard penalty, first down.
So that'll move the ball all the way up to the Thompson 42-yard line. All right, fine, the 43.
They just did that to be difficult. We're saying the man that got the quarterback there was number 48. That is Tyreek Washington, who's an outstanding player. And by the way, that Washington name, they've had some pretty good ones.
You bet.
Cornelius Washington, one of them.
And in the NFL, played with the Chicago Bears. But this is Tut again in that wild dog formation, and the Bears are ready for it this time.
Yeah, good job. I tell you, Miles Simon's a football player, buddy. That kid can play. He's always around the ball. Watch him here. He comes from the other side and just follows Tut, stalks him, and stalks his prey and makes the tackle.
Loss of 2 on the play. Call it 2nd and 12 from the 41-yard line.
Really like this kid, Miles Simon, and leader kind of this Burke County defense.
Again, it is Tut. Again, it's a keeper. And the result much the same. This time he's able to pick up 2 or 3 tough yards. Did you get 4? You have 4 on the play.
See the replay there. Tut had a little bit of room, but still had to really fight.
And so now Ridings will come back in at quarterback. Tut will split out wide to the near side.
I'll tell you one little touch I like here at Burke County at the top of your screen in the center.
That is unique.
They have the down marker lit up so their fans can see it. I like that.
And we can see it.
Well, they're not doing it for us, I don't think.
No. But we appreciate it.
We do, just the same. We appreciate it.
They need 8 on third down. Wide open is Bubba Murray down the left side. Murray still on his feet. Murray inside the 10-yard line down to the 5.
Well, that was just a miscommunication on the Burke County defense. They left Bubba Murray coming out of the backfield wide open. Watch Murray. Murray's out of the backfield, and nobody gets him. He's wide open there. That's just a miscue by the defense of Burke County. And, boy, Coach Parker is not going to be happy with that one.
49 yards on the pickup, and that puts the Bulldogs inside the Augusta Technical College red zone. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And there's Tut back in there in that wild dog formation.
He's got Murray with him. And flags fly. I believe we have a motion call against the Bulldogs.
Well, he's talking to Marcus Cade. He was talking to receiver Marcus Cade. I'm not sure if it was on him or not, but that's who one of the officials went to. Our crew, by the way, led by Chip Huffman.
And that's whose voice you hear on all of the penalty calls. So instead of 1st and goal at the 6, make it 1st and goal at the 11. That'll drive a coach mad when you get down tight like that and then penalize yourself back. It is Murray through the middle, and he'll get it back near the original line of scrimmage.
Burke County came with a huge blitz there, and he was one hole over. Watch the blitz come from the center.
Yep.
And he almost disrupted that play.
Like Tyreek Washington again. on the blitz.
Washington got ahead of steam and came through there, and credit Thompson, they at least slowed him down briefly, or he might have made a stop in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 7. It's Tutt again at quarterback. It's Murray. Tutt keeps, and he'll be inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Got me on that one.
So it's going to be 3rd down and goal to go from the 4. I guess the Ken Nugent one call, that's all right here. What do you do, John? I'll ask you this week. What do you do here from the 4? You've got Tutt in there, and it looks like they're going to leave him in.
Let me tell you something. If I've got number 1 on my team, I can tell you who's going to get the ball here. And now we got another flag. Oh, my goodness. Illegal substitution.
12 men in formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's tough when you're bringing in different quarterbacks and different people is that right there. And now that really hurts because it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
And let's see if that changes what Coach Rob Ridings does.
The ball is just inside the 10-yard line, just shy of the 9. Now they're going to bring Ridings in and move Tutt out wide to your right. You see him on the right side of your screen. He and Ja'Cory Crawford, 2 of the better athletes in the area.
3rd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. Ridings, end zone, incomplete, no flags.
Pretty good coverage there by number 1, Chad Crumley. Thompson wanted a call, but let's see it here on the replay. Ridings threw it up, and let's see if Crumley got him here.
And we have an injured Bulldog in the end zone, and unfortunately I do believe that is Ja'Cory Crawford.
Yeah, the pass was underthrown there.
And while they tend to him, we'll take a Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. They are still tending to the injured Thompson player in the end zone just to the right of your screen. And again, we still haven't been able to. Matt Lane, if you can hear me, do you have a positive number on the player down there?
Number 2.
And it is, we get confirmation from the field. It is Ja'Cory Crawford.
Ja'Cory Crawford.
He was the guy who was the intended receiver on that play.
He's a standout player. He's a kid that will probably be playing on Saturdays next year. He plays the free safety while Christian Tutt plays the strong safety. You're not going to find 2 better safeties. I think you got to go back to 1995 Josie, Deion Grant, and that defensive secondary.
They are working on his lower legs and his calves. Matt Lane is Matt Lane is standing right there. Why don't we go down there for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report? Matt.
Yeah, thanks, John. Looks like both of his calves are really cramped real bad. The trainer actually just gave him some Gatorade to drink, trying to warm him up enough to where he can get off the field and kind of get those muscles going to try to work out the stiffness in him. But it seemed like right as he wasn't able to make the catch, but right when he hit the ground, it just kind of hit him. So since then, he's been on the ground. Coach Ridings is over here now, trying to keep him in good spirits and help him to get off the field. Back to you, John.
Let's see the replay. And Crawford is going both ways. By the way, Matt, he's going both sides of the ball. This late in the year, you don't see it often. The pass was underthrown. And you don't see it late in the year, but in a game like this, you got your adrenaline going, and you're going both sides, playing offense and defense. You can see that happening. And
I do hope Matt Lane was incorrect on one thing.
Just
because it's Georgia-Florida weekend, no one should be drinking Gatorade. You can drink.
I love your loyalty to the dogs. That's the Georgia Bulldogs, by the way.
Well, as we wait for Crawford to get back to his feet, and they have brought a golf cart out now to assist him off the field, we'll remind you once again that Football Friday Night is coming up at 11:35 over on WJBF, the only 30-minute show in town dedicated completely to high school football. Nathan Palm, Zach Hughes, no doubt back at Television Park working hard, getting all the scores and highlights from the CSRA ready for you. So get hype with the area's #1 high school football television show every Friday night. And tonight, coming up at 11:35, Football Friday Night over on WJBF News Channel 6. So Ja'Cory Crawford has been taken off on a golf court, and it is 4th and goal from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs, and it looks like after all that, Coach Rob Ridings is going to elect for the Georgia Military College Kicks for College.
It's Sam Derry again,
our scholar of the game. And it is up. And no good. So the Bulldogs come up empty after that long drive to start the half that covered 75 yards and ends at the 10-yard line.
Well, the penalty hurt. It backed him up a little bit. That's good if he's 5 yards up. That penalty, when they had 12 men coming out of the huddle.
So now it's the Bears' turn.
And they've got Knight back in at quarterback.
And all the Bulldogs pointing at number 8.
False start.
That's Damari Kelly.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Did he move his arm?
First down.
He might have moved. All the Thompson players went right at him and pointed Damari Kelly.
So that'll back him up 5.
Nathan pointing out that Thompson has all 11 of their defenders, everybody up, nobody back in coverage. They're not worried about the pass at all.
And it pays off here as Knight is dropped. And the ball, I believe, came out a little bit there at the end, but Knight got back on it.
It came out, but Knight landed right on top of it. And Bill Knight, the quarterback, I mentioned he's a baseball player. Last year as a junior, John, he hit .569 with an on-base percentage of .670, and in 21 games he stole 28 bases. And he only struck out twice in 88 plate appearances for the Bears.
So you're saying he's a contact hitter?
He's a pretty good player.
We'll see him in the spring, no doubt. Change at quarterback again for the Bears. They're going to go with Kelly, and Kelly will throw, and he had it, man, but stumbling and falling. The ball a little bit underthrown at the 38 was Ronnie Stone.
Yeah, the ball was thrown behind him, and as the receiver turned to try and maneuver for the ball, he stumbled. They saw that Thompson had it so packed in to stop the run, and they tried to gamble with the throw, and it's incomplete.
Well, you mentioned the disparity in the rushing yard statistics at halftime, and the Bears tried to take advantage of the Thompson defensive alignment and almost came up with a big hitter. As it is, they're backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. 3rd and 15 from their own 15. Again, it is Kelly on the move. Kelly, first down, then some. Kelly, sideline. Kelly, 85 yards for the score, but hold everything. Hold everything. There is a flag down way back at the Burke County 26-yard line.
They're saying the officials are talking it over now. We can hear them, and you'll hear them in just a second.
Personal foul, blindside block.
It's a blindside block. This is a new rule this year that Chip Upton told us about. It's almost like a defenseless receiver. You're not allowed to do those reverse, like crackback blocks.
He's buying. It was unnecessary. He's way past it.
As Nathan Edwards points out to us, the penalty was actually behind the play.
Well, it was behind the play, and it also looked like, again, they're trying to stop defenseless guys from getting hit. So that crackback is something you can't do. You almost have to just run in front of them. So that was the call, and that's going to negate a long touchdown run.
Man, oh, man.
At the end of this play, though, it looked like Christian Tutt pulled up. Here's the block right here. It was Artest Banks that gets hit.
Yep.
By the top receiver for Burke County, number 84, laid the hit. That's Dallas Rogers. At the end of that play, though, as Kelly got by him, Tutt pulled up. Either he knew he wasn't catching Kelly, or maybe he got hurt on the play. I don't know. He's out there.
So 3rd and 17. Bears go back to the air, and close to a first down is Jalen Odom. He'll be about 3 yards shy. And, wow, what are you going to do here if you're Eric Parker? A Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment. It is 4th and 2.
You got to punt it away.
And I would imagine they're going to kick. Or maybe they'll just try to draw him off, and now whistles blow. And Thompson will be forced to call a timeout. So if nothing else, Eric Parker got Rob Ridings to call a Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout.
Well, you've got to punt it away. Now, Bill Knight's their punter, but either my eyes are deceiving me, and they could be. I'm getting old, John. But I could have sworn they had a different punter in earlier when that punt was blocked. Bill Knight is their normal punter.
And we thought it was
it was number 40, Zach Martin.
Yeah, that's who in that one that got blocked over in the second quarter.
Now, he is their punter, so he could easily just back up as Matt is pointing out in our ear. You know, Matt's talking to us saying that. The Bear coaching staff. Look, by the letter of the law, you got to call that. That is the rule this year.
Doesn't take anything away from what would have been an 85-yard touchdown.
Did you see the speed I was talking about with Jamari Kelly? I saw 2 years ago, and I saw him like break away on one. I went, wow.
Here we go. 4th and 2, Bears at least appearing to try to go for it from their own 28-yard line. They will. On the ground, McGee has it. McGee breaks free across midfield into Thompson territory at the 47-yard line. What a gutsy call by Eric Parker. Oh my goodness.
Gutsy, crazy, or real confident. One of the three. And he gave it to the sophomore. It wasn't anything fancy. He just gave it to the sophomore and said, McGee, let's get this yardage here. Wow, what a play call.
Maybe the coaching call of the year so far on Game Night Live.
Hey,
and he needed 2. He picked up 22.
Midfield, I see it. Backed up inside your own 30. I don't know about that. What a run, though. What a play call. Wow.
So fresh set of downs from Thompson's 49-yard line.
That's Cameron Holmes, I believe.
This time it was Cameron Holmes. And he got, I'll give him 2.
Every time I see him run, I see more and more, though, why Coach is so high. Coach Parker is so high on Leon McGee, their sophomore running back. There's Damari Kelly, who we saw just can absolutely fly on that long touchdown run that was called back.
And this time it is Kelly on the keeper, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. We've got a couple of guys in there. The first one I see is Anthony Larkins.
Yeah, Larkins and maybe Artest Banks as well. Let's see who got the feet there. Actually, it was Larkins who did get him, 94.
Yeah.
Lewis was in there as well, number 6. You see at the bottom of your screen. Larkins, I'm going to tell you, when he grabs you ain't going nowhere.
No. So no gain on the play, and a big 3rd down now for the Bears. But, I mean, apparently anywhere on the field is 2 down, 4 down territory for Burke County at this point, so we'll see. 3rd and 9. Kelly under pressure, just lifts it off to McGee, and McGee straight ahead loses the ball at the end. I think they're going to say he was down, and he will be close to the 36-yard line. And he comes up a little bit shaky. Keep an eye on that. No, he's going to stay in.
Heads up play by Kelly. Watch this here. Kelly in trouble. Little shuttle pass to McGee.
There he heads up play, and McGee will pick up the 1st down to the Thompson 36.
Yeah, great play that time by Kelly.
McGee again, this time not much, wrapped up by Dylan Hobbs.
Hey, remember that name, folks. That guy will have a lot of recruiters coming to Thompson, Georgia in a couple of years, number 28. He's just a 10th grader. He's the leading tackler on this team, Dylan Hobbs. I had not heard anything about him coming into the season, and then early in the year somebody said, man, you got to see that new linebacker at Thompson. I thought they were talking about Banks, who transferred last year. No, it's this sophomore.
He's up over 40 tackles on the year now as Kelly overthrows Sheldon Lanier. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, just simply overthrew it. Now, keep in mind, talk about they don't do it a lot. Coming into tonight, Damari Kelly had only attempted 12 passes. He's one of 3 quarterbacks. He had only thrown the ball 12 times. He's thrown the ball more than half that tonight.
And don't forget, at the end of this game, we will be naming our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. And I think we have less of a clue at this point in the game
than we have both teams
and any other game this year.
How many plaques you got down there, Matt?
Kelly keeps Kelly straight ahead. He'll be about 6 yards shy.
Kelly weighs about 170, and he's running into a guy that looks like he ate that for lunch today. I mean, good Lord. And he fell forward. I don't know how.
He got 3 yards.
Anthony Larkin, all those defensive linemen for Thompson are massive.
Well, here you go, 4th and 7. Another Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment for Eric Parker. Gee, what do you think he's going to do, AB?
Well, he's got Kelly in there, and I think you got to give him a choice, run or throw. I think you scramble him and let him decide what he's going to do with it. They might try to draw him off first. No,
nope.
They don't.
It is Kelly throwing. Kelly, first down. It is Odom inside the red zone to the 18-yard line and out of bounds.
Well, how about the game for Jalen Odom? He is their 5th leading rusher. All he's done tonight, he's leading them in rushing. He had the 60-yarder that set up a touchdown. He also has a touchdown, and here he comes up with a monster 3rd down play. Beautifully thrown ball, too. I mean, that's got to be thrown, John, with such timing. Matt, you can talk to that more than I can. The timing on that had to be perfect, and it was.
And it sets the Bears up inside the Augusta Technical College red zone. And Cameron Holmes will be stopped for no gain. And now we have a player whose helmet came off there. That is Chad Crumbly. So he will have to come out for a play there at the bottom of your screen.
Well, he's the man who made the nice defensive play on the ball thrown in the end zone earlier by Thompson.
On 2nd and 10, rumbling straight ahead is Holmes down to the 15-yard line.
Holmes made a little adjustment right after he got the ball that allowed him to avoid the defensive player, because one of the defensive linemen, if you watch here, one of the defensive linemen for Thompson came in there, and Holmes just kind of danced out of his way a little bit and was able to pick up some decent yardage. Impressive drive by Burke County. They've had to come through on a 4th down play and a 3rd and long play, and they've done it both times.
This started back at the Burke County 10-yard line. Now here's Kelly diving inside or to the Thompson 10-yard line. And he is very close to a 1st down.
Well, Thompson.
Boy, we're really going to have to look at it. He's going to be about a foot shy, 1.5 feet shy. So here come the Bears up to the line. Can they convert their 3rd, 4th down of this drive? And the Bears moved. It's going to go from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6.
Snap.
Wow,
false
they've
start.
had several false starts
on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
And again,
4th down.
This is something that's going to, Coach Parker, right now, just his goatee's got a little gray. His hair's still got, dark. He might have some gray up there after this. Yeah, you see the hair. See, John, see what I mean? The hair's still good. The goatee, there's some gray down there.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Mark Richt has the same thing going on now.
Yeah.
He's got the gray. Maybe that's the thing this year in 2017. So it'll be 4th and 6 from the Thompson 16, and now let's see what Eric Parker does. They will go once again.
No offense to Coach Ridings or any other coach, but I've said for a long time, if I had one coach in the area, it's Eric Parker, and I've said that for about 10 years now. Let's see what he does here on 4th and 1.
Attempting to convert their 3rd, 4th down of this drive. Kelly needs help, keeps running, looking. Kelly cuts back. Kelly inside the 5. 1st down, Burke County to the 2. Hold everything. There is a flag down. It is going to be on the defense.
It looks like it's on Thompson. It's going to be on the defense.
On the defense.
That, folks, we got to see that again. First off, I was wondering, why are they throwing it 4th and 1? But when you got Damari Kelly, I don't guess it matters. Watch this play. Unbelievable. Kelly, he just kind of
I thought he was done right here.
Yeah. He's just taking his own sweet time. No big deal. What a play. Wow.
So with the penalty, it is going to be 1st and goal at the 2 for the Bears.
See what they do here.
I'd let Kelly keep it. Kelly does keep it. To the goal line. Kelly, touchdown, Burke County.
Folks, I don't know how he does it. Coming into tonight, Damari Kelly had only ran the ball 39 times all year. He had only thrown it 12, and right now he's the star of their offense. Eric Parker just puts in whoever he feels is hot at the time. Well, Bill Knight, who is the starting quarterback coming into tonight, Bill Knight had thrown the ball well and is their leading rusher. But, boy, Kelly's been awesome tonight.
Jeremy Tinley sticks the Georgia Military College Kicks for College extra point through, and Burke County reclaims the lead 21-17 with 31 seconds left in quarter number 3. 21-17, Burke County back on top. Back and forth we go. And there is the man of the hour, Damari Kelly, who just set up the score with an amazing run and then punched it in himself to give the Bears single-handedly the lead.
He locked up any prom date he wants, John.
I think he was probably doing just fine before that. So here come the Bulldogs. It is Tutt on a short kick, and the Dogs will have good field position. Short return for Tutt, but they'll have it at the 31, and this Bears team is fired up.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with Kelly. I think at the next level, Kelly could be an outstanding cover corner. He's got such speed. And he does play defensive back, but he doesn't face a lot of passing teams. I think you could see him. If I'm a college coach watching this, I put him on the field somewhere. He's having a big game tonight.
That Burke County drive covered 90 yards and took nearly 7 full minutes off the clock. Just 23 seconds left now here in quarter number 3 as the Dogs set up with Ridings. Tyreek Braswell going absolutely nowhere. And guess who?
Miles Simon. Hey, I thought that guy played basketball at Arizona back in the 90s. Now he's the best defensive player for Burke County.
I was wondering which one of us was going to make the reference first. I'm very proud of you. And I believe that is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. We do have an injured Bulldog on the field there, if you can see at the left side of your screen at about the 27-yard line, and that is Tyreek Braswell, and that would be a very bad news for the Bulldogs, who already lost Ja'Cory Crawford to injury earlier in this ballgame.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher coming into tonight with just under 700 yards gained.
Yeah, 10 touchdowns he has added for this Bulldogs team, so obviously 2 big stars for Thompson, as Crawford already out and now Braswell on the field.
And look, you see what we talked about a few weeks back in the Harlem game. Look at the Thompson players watching the TV monitors. Remember, John, we were talking about the new technology. You can see it at the top of your screen. They're on the sidelines. That's where this technology has gone. I remember not so long ago that Evans had to forfeit a playoff game for using a headphone in the quarterback's ear. Now we got this? Come on.
It always comes back to that Evans game.
It does. But look at that. I mean, that's such a cool tool for these coaches to use. You know, I mean, it's.
And Braswell is coming off under his own power, so that is very good news for Thompson.
Yeah, let's see if Thompson can answer, because right now this Burke County fans are in a frenzy. The momentum has been taken back by the Bears.
We have 12 minutes of football left to play. Burke County with a 4-point lead. Oh, and don't forget, not only are we going to decide a region champion here tonight, we also have the Stump AB Trivia Question of the Night coming up in the fourth quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play. Burke County 21, Thompson 17. "12 minutes left to decide who leaves the Bears Den undefeated tonight, and essentially who wins Region 3 Quad A.
We got a bunch of scores from around the area, some good games going on, but nothing better than this one.
Nothing has rocked like this one has tonight. So Thompson down 4. 86 yards away from it, and they're going to bite off a big chunk of it with Bubba Murray straight through the middle for a big first down up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Bubba Murray, who was, I thought coming into this year, Murray was going to be one of the backs that put up 1,500, 2,000 yards. He's only had 66 carries this year, a dynamic runner.
16 yards on the carry.
Speaking of unbeatens, Jefferson County and Screven County play next week. They're both winning big. We'll have that in a moment for you.
This is Murray again, loose again, across midfield, and here come the Bulldogs. Well, we got asked at halftime, about what happens if you can't be near a television to watch this game, if you can't get into the stadium here tonight. Call whoever. Tell them. Dial it up at WJBF.com. Wherever you are, you can watch the finish of this game. 11 minutes to play. Thompson down 4 and driving from the Bears' 49-yard line. This is Tyler Curry, who we have not called tonight. He picks up a big first down inside the 40 to the 38.
Yeah, that's the sophomore. The Thompson folks were telling me about this kid. He's been hurt a little bit this year, but he's the one. Last year they told me he could fly, and this year they were telling me he's going to be really, really good. Not getting the carries McGee's getting because he's been banged up some, but they say this kid is dynamic.
Now it was Thompson trying to go hurry up, and Burke County forced to call a timeout.
A Napleton Infinity timeout on the field.
Man, oh man, oh man. We will take time out with them. Burke County 21, Thompson 17, a Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. Thompson driving down 4. It is 1st and 10 from the Burke County 38-yard line. And they'll keep it on the ground once again. And once again, that is Tyler Curry, the junior. And he'll push ahead. They give him about 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I said sophomore earlier. They got him listed as a junior.
Means he gets to go to prom at least.
Well, he might have got invited as a sophomore, John.
That's true. Now he can invite people.
Just because you and I didn't doesn't mean he won't.
How about that push from the Burke County defensive line, led by big number 42, Eric LaForce.
Yeah, great
also
play
in there, Tyreek Washington.
Good job wrapping him up, not letting him get away. Washington got in there first, and then LaForce finished him off. Yeah, Washington's another great football player. We've been mentioning Miles Simon a lot. Washington's a tough customer, too. They remember before Cornelius Washington, there was Marcus Washington. I mean, Marcus.
Went to Georgia.
Yeah, Marcus was a beast. And Cornelius was they were both beasts.
Also went to Georgia.
Yeah, also went to Georgia.
And Miles Ridings to decide himself as Thompson had to burn a timeout here. That'll only leave them with 1 left here for the final 9:24 left to play. Well, we've been talking about these other games. We've so focused on this one, but we've got some other good finishes around the area.
Yeah, Evans really putting it on their rival Lakeside. Big rivals there. It's 34-zip Evans. Grovetown trying to keep pace with Evans now. They've lost Evans, but if it's a 3-way tie in that region, Grovetown still has a chance. It's 28-7. They lead Greenbrier in a big game. Also in a playoff game, Heritage out of Noonan leads Augusta Prep 21-12. Baldwin on top of Heps with 7-0. That was early. No scoring update for a while for that one. Washington County leads Northeast Macon. It's 38-3. Also, Screven County leads Glen Hills 20-0. Jefferson County on top of Josie. It's 28-12. Aquinas trails Lincoln County. It's 12-6 in the 4th quarter in that one. And Harlem and Laney, 14-14. A little bit of surprise there. Laney's been struggling. And by the way, that Evans game now a final. They win 42-zip.
Bulldogs need 7 on 3rd down. Ridings missed his man. Oh, he had Jacory Crawford streaking open. Crawford back in the game. Remember, he was hurt earlier.
And he had Tutt open on the bottom, on the near side, or the near side of the field as well. And Ridings has thrown some really good passes tonight, but that one off the mark.
And a Ken Nugent 1 call, that's all decision for Rob Ridings. And with 9:18 to go in the 4th.
Well, this spot of the field, and the way Burke County's run the ball and eating up the clock, I think you can go for it here.
They'll try to throw again. Ridings under pressure, in trouble. On the run, first down, out of bounds, at the 22-yard line, flag down late. Catch the call there. Burke County believes it is on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a crackback block.
And all-important call from Chip Huffman. Here it comes.
Same call that hurt Burke County earlier.
Got a personal foul, blindside block on the white team.
Nathan Edwards called it before they did.
That will cost Thompson a huge first down.
Great.
They're working on spotting the ball now. Yeah, you see.
Burke County had an 85-yard touchdown call back, but this play, huge, because that was a first down run by Ridings.
Still fourth down.
So 2 blindside blocks have cost each team huge plays in this ball game here in the second half. And that is going to move the ball all the way back to the 42.
Oh, yeah, there you saw it coming in at the end of the play, number 25 for Thompson. That is Tyrese Jones who laid the block. And it's so tough to teach kids not to do that because that's what they've done their whole life, and this is a new rule this year. And look, they're trying to protect kids, I get it, but it's really tough to make them change so fast. It's something they've always done.
Bulldogs will go for it on 4th and 14 now, or will they just try to draw Burke County off? And it looks like another Naples Infinity of Augusta timeout on the field. And that is Thompson's final timeout of the game with 9:08 left to play. Wow.
Not sure what was going on. Matt said that it looked like Christian Tutt, something was going on. He was upset about something, and Coach Ridings was upset. I don't know what exactly happened over there. But again, that could be big.
Wow. On the other side, Eric Parker of Burke County not only trying to stay unbeaten tonight, wrap up a region title for the Bears, but also make a little Burke County history. He's already the winningest coach in school history, trying for his 100th win here as Bears coach.
Well, he did an amazing job with what he did, turn around the Laney program, and he's been great here at Burke County as well. Right now he's got to lead, but he's facing a tough opponent in Thompson.
Here we go, 4th down. Bulldogs need 15. Ridings intercepted. It is picked off by Jalen Odom, and Burke County comes up big.
Jalen Odom has been one of the stars of the game as well, along with Tamari Kelly. That ball floated up the middle of the field, just a poor pass. Just a poor throw there. Watch, he just floated it up in the air. Never saw he was following the receiver, Ridings was with his eyes, and he never saw the defender come from the other side.
And not only does that give Burke County the ball, but it gives Burke County the ball in excellent field position, and now they will start to work a little clock with William Knight through the middle. And fisticuffs at the top of your screen, and flags fly from all over the place. It's going to take a second to sort this out.
Well, I like what I see from a couple of players on the field. Number 59, Jacoby Roberson, number 59 for Burke County, came in there and grabbed his Burke County player and got him out of there. I think the officials are going to.
I believe we're going to have one of those situations where it's a personal foul on each team. Well, they'll offset, but also that would mean if either of those players do something later in the game, could cost them going down the road.
Well, I like what Chip Huffman's doing in that spot. It's a huge game.
Personal foul.
Yeah, both teams doing it. He's not going to kick anybody out, just offsetting.
And we could hear him in our ear
say,
"I'm
to talk over."
No. We could hear him in our ear though say, "I'm not going to eject anybody for that." So now we're trying to figure out where the ball should be placed.
Well, Knight ran the ball. I thought with what happened at first when the players jumped up and ran, I thought there was a fumble at the end of the play, but it was some pushing and shoving going on.
Well, they're going to give him credit all the way up to the 42-yard line.
And that's where Nathan said it was going to be. So
as he's right as always, at least during the game.
yeah.
So that'll be a 6-yard run.
County trying to hustle and line up here. Dallas Rogers still moving.
Clock running now under 9 minutes. Knight to keep again. Knight pushing his way across the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Knight.
We got a man down for Thompson, Devin Randall.
Watch the shot right here. Knight, it was almost a helmet to helmet. I mean, Knight had his head lowered as well. Right there. Oh, it was helmet to helmet. Yep. Boy, he took a shot. Number 92 from
That's
Thompson.
Randall, and he is still down on the field.
Yeah, they hit helmet to helmet. Randall, well, actually, looked like he's limping too.
Yeah, Randall coming off a little bit shaky.
And that could be big because he's one of those two big tackles they have in there. He and Larkins. Larkins is almost big enough to cover that whole position, though.
You got that right.
Yeah, Randall was he and Larkins were so good last year in this game at Thompson.
Bears need 3. It is Kelly back in at quarterback. Straight ahead, and it is a first down just across the 35-yard line. And the Bears will have a fresh set of downs on the legs of Cameron Holmes.
Well, as solid as Bill Knight has been this year, and he's good, and he can run, but he's not as dynamic as Kelly. So they got Kelly back in there who's kind of the guy who can break one at any moment.
As if on cue, Kelly inside the 25 and out of bounds.
Matt Lane down on the field said something during a break to us that Kelly's the fastest guy on the field, and you got a 4-star top 100 recruit almost in Tut, and some other blazing fast guys from Thompson, but I agree with him. I think maybe some guys might be just as quick, but in all-out speed, a foot race, I don't know if anybody beats Kelly. That kid can fly.
They need 1.5 on second down. They're going to get that and then some, and guess who? It is McGee again.
Well, last year when Thompson needed a big play to seal it, Tut came up with the punt return to seal the deal. They're going to need a big play from somebody here because Burke County is marching their way down towards that end zone, and if they get another score, there ain't much time left. You don't want to go down 2 possessions.
Inside 8 minutes. Kelly will hand off this time. And
Ronnie Howard, again, getting in there. He's got all that time to make movies, and he still comes and makes the play.
We've had a Phil Collins and a Ronnie Howard this year. You got to love it. Burke County content to let this clock run down near 7 minutes now.
The funny thing is, we've dated ourselves because he's going to watch the game. He might not even know who Ron Howard is.
Well, he's the guy that directs those movies. How about this? Odom to the left side, pushing his way, twisting his way. Close to a first down, and I believe he's got a first down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, good effort there.
Well, they're going to say he is just short, but what an effort by Odom. He should have been 6 yards short.
Yeah, he sort of stutter stepped, did kind of a Le'Veon Bell where he was kind of slow to go, and then all of a sudden he wasn't going to be brought down there at the end of the play.
And there's your Steelers reference for the week.
I worked it in there, baby.
The Bears inside the Augusta Technical College red zone, but they needed about a half a yard on third down, and I believe they've got it. They do a big first down.
Christian Tutt came on a blitz and almost had him behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fall forward and get the first down.
They give him 2 full yards, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line of Thompson. Kelly stays in at quarterback. This time, going to give it off. It is Odom again. Keeps his feet moving once again, and he might have another one.
Hey, Jalen Odom said, I know y'all loving DeMarre Kelly right now, but I got a touchdown and a whole bunch of yards. I might be the McDonald's offensive player of the game.
That is 8 yards on that play, and this Burke County offensive line has completely taken over the line of scrimmage on this drive.
Well, they're monstrous. They average about 290.
As it begins to impose its will on Thompson as McGee inches forward close to another first down. I believe he's going to be, nope, they're going to call it a first down. So it's going to be first. Well, now they're saying bring out the chains. It is very close. So let's catch the measurement. Watch it. Watch it. First down, Burke County.
Yeah, the down linemen, I just did it up. They average 286 is the average of that offensive line for Burke County, 286. They got a 325, a 305, a 300, a 260, and a 240. The 240-pound guy might not even get to eat. That might be the problem. They got Simon in there, Miles Simon in.
On the near side.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 4. It is Kelly. And he's met by a wall of white jerseys and pushed back. Might have gotten it to about the 2.
It's one of these games you hate to see anybody lose. These two teams have both played great, but like you said, Burke County has sort of taken over. And even in the first half, they ran the football 179 yards rushing. Thompson doesn't have that done to him very often. Usually when teams hurt Thompson in big games, it's throwing the football, not running it.
Second and goal from the 2. Kelly, keeper, Kelly, touchdown, Burke County.
Well, that 1-yard run gave them 277 yards for the night, and more importantly, it put them up and made it a 2-possession game.
So the Bears convert the turnover into a touchdown and have now taken a 10-point lead. They'll try to make it 11 with the Georgia Military College Kicks for College extra point, and watch that. That could be big.
Well, it could be, and keep in mind, Thompson missed a field goal as well, a short one. Thompson missed a 27-yarder. It would be a 7-point game. Instead, it's a 10-point game.
So what that missed extra point does is now Thompson can tie with a touchdown and a field goal as opposed to having to score 2 touchdowns. Changes what Rob Ridings may do as we go forward in this final 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well, and somebody Thompson's going to desperately need if they're going to come back is Christian Tutt, and as Nathan's pointing out, he might have something wrong with his hamstring. He's really laboring a little bit out there.
Back after this. Burke County leads the number 2 team in the state 27-17 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play, and about to kick it away.
And this would give Eric Parker an 8-3 all-time lead in the series as well.
Christian Tutt is in the game for Thompson, but he will not return the kickoff as it is another short kick taken by JaCroy Crawford. And the Bulldogs will set up shop at the about the 32-yard line. Don't forget, we have our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game coming up for you afterwards. You'll want to stick around for that. It may still be decided. This game yet to be decided. Thompson down 10. Needs to go fast. And they will start on the ground, and what a run right through the middle by Tyreek Braswell, making something out of nothing.
Yeah, Thompson needs a score here. They cannot afford to give the ball back to Burke County without getting points, that's for sure. And good hard run by Braswell.
Yeah, he got 10 on it. It's a big first down. Up to the 42-yard line. Bulldogs moving quickly. Again, it's Braswell, this time tripped up in the backfield by guess who? Once again, it's Miles Simon. So, clock ticks now down near 4 minutes left to play, 4:10. Less than that. Bulldogs on the move. Play gained 1. It is 2nd and 9. Ridings looking for it all. Got his man. It is complete. Tyrese Jones inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. That is a pickup of 33 yards and a huge Thompson first down.
Yeah, huge throw here by Ridings. Like I said, he's been off on a few, but that one, when they needed a big play, he came up with it.
So the pass to Jones picks up the first down. Now it's Thompson from the 25-yard line of Burke County, and an incompletion stops the clock, which is good news for Thompson.
Yeah, overthrew Crawford a little bit there. And also, keep in mind, Crawford and Tutt both are laboring a little bit. Crawford had the cramping earlier, and Tutt has either got cramping or hamstring or something's bothering that right leg. Something to keep an eye on here down the stretch.
3:40 to play in the ball game.
And Thompson needs 2 scores.
Hey, what's that? What's that? Yeah.
Up the middle. He's got room. Oh, what a hit. Laid by, I couldn't get the number there. We'll get that in a second. First of all, the run by Tyler Curry,
Curry
picks up a first down, so that's a great run. But check out this hit.
Looked like maybe 46, but I could not see for sure.
Could be an Augusta Payne Center hit of the game nominee. We'll keep an eye on it as Thompson moves into the Augusta Technical College red zone. And again, it's going to be Curry just shy at the 2-yard line.
Almost a similar play there, and he almost got tripped up in a similar fashion. Thompson, boy, they've answered.
Thompson
knocking on the door here.
is moving at the speed of light and moving so fast. Flag down.
On the offense,
Play
snapping the
game
ball
against
before the ball is put ready for play.
Thompson snapping the ball before the ball is put into play. How is that logistically possible?
Hold it.
He snapped, yeah, we're hearing the officials. He snapped it before they put it in play. I was about to say there's no way it was a delayed game. They were going too fast for that.
So it is 2nd and 8 from the Burke County 11 with 3:13 to play. Thompson can get a first down without a touchdown. Again, Curry is the back. Curry's got it. Curry with room. Curry, touchdown, Thompson.
This Curry kid is a man. We're seeing so many guys step up and make plays that we weren't, expecting based on the stats. Stats don't always tell the story, even though I'm a stat guy. And Curry with a big series there for Thompson.
And AB, that drive only took about a minute and a half off the clock. And the Augusta Georgia Military College Kicks for College extra point could pull Thompson back within 3.
Sign of a great team, John. They go down 10. Some guys give up. Not this Thompson squad. Too good a football team to do that.
Sam Derry is true on the extra point. Game on. 27-24. Thompson back within 3 with 3:06 to play in Waynesboro.
With no timeouts, though.
And we talked about that earlier. That could be big.
This is the best one call, that's all. Do you onside kick it? 3:06 and no timeouts, you got to. Yeah.
Let us see. Well, while we've got a moment, let's squeeze in the Stump AB trivia question while we all catch our breath.
Here we go.
Thompson, obviously, the alma mater of Pro Football Hall of Famer Ray Guy.
Yes.
Obviously, we've spoken each week this year about how the Greater Augusta Sports Council awards the Ray Guy Award for the best punter in college football at the end of each year.
I got a bad feeling on this one already.
My question is a 3-parter.
Uh-oh.
Matt Lane loves a 3-parter. He's excited right now. All right, first, there's only one kicker, punter from the University of Georgia who has ever won the award. His father was a great kicker, the College Football Hall of Famer. Name the father and the son. Give you a second.
Kevin Butler, Drew Butler.
Very good. You got the first 2 parts. The third part might be a little trickier. We'll get to that after the onside kick. The Bulldogs are going to go for the onside kick here with 3:06 left to play. And down 3.
This is it.
Remember,
right
the Bulldogs with no timeouts. The ball is loose. Who's on it? Do the Bulldogs have it? They'll have to unpile it.
Wow, this is what it comes down to, moving bodies.
This could be the ball game right here.
I thought there were 3 white jerseys there, but Matt's down on the field saying Burke might have got it.
And it is Burke County football. Wow.
Well, the players aren't wanting to give up, so there's pushing and shoving going on. Well,
looks like cooler heads
are going to prevail. We
don't
want to see such a great game.
No.
Stop, marred by this. And I understand this is a dogfight.
We already saw something at the end of the South Aiken North Augusta game.
Saw
So you
several players suspended, key players.
Yeah.
Matt Lane, though, look, it looked to me from up here, I was saying maybe Thompson ball. Matt Lane, give him credit. He's right down there on the field. He said Burke County got it. So right here, it looks like there's 3 whites, but Bill Knight, number 4, Bill Knight got in there, the quarterback, got in there. Hey.
How many quarterbacks do you know?
He didn't have his baseball glove on, but he got it somehow.
So the Bears will have it at their own 46 with 3:05, and they'll try to milk the clock now. Up the middle, they'll go with Jalen Odom, and he'll be pushed back. And Matt Lane points out from the sideline that as it stands right now, as we were talking about the trivia question and Ray Guy, the Greater Augusta Sports Council Ray Guy Award punter of the game, may have just made the play of the game as Knight dove on that loose ball on the onside kick.
Well, he got his all-hands team in there, and Bill Knight's certainly a part of that, and Knight was able to get the football out of there. And
clock
they're just letting this
continues to run. If you're Burke County, the clock is your friend right now. Thompson cannot stop it. No timeouts left.
Remember that timeout they called? We were wondering what happened on the sideline.
2:20 to play. Continues to run. Ooh. This is Knight.
Knight bobbled the football there.
Yeah,
and
that was dangerous.
It once. He's fumbled it twice, but he recovered one of them. Very dangerous, but
no, maybe got one. We'll call it one. 3rd and 9. Clock continuing to run. 2:03, 2:02. Now you can see our 3. It's on the game. On the
there we go.
Clock
they got it right.
here at the game. Now it's right. The clock on your screen is now correct. Inside 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I apologize. Earlier they had it where it was winding down to like 30 seconds. It actually is just under 2 minutes.
And now it says 0. That is not correct. 145, 144, 143, 141.
You sound like Larry Munson.
That is the greatest compliment anyone in the history of the world has paid me.
There you go. I'm just buttering you up so maybe you'll make the question a little easier.
Well, maybe it is easy as they take another Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout on the field. So here's your third part of your question. Maybe the first 2 parts were easier.
First 2.
That was first 2. Father and son were first 2. So, all right. So the last 3 years, the winner, 2 different punters, but the winner has come from the same school. Name that university.
For some reason, I'm thinking Utah.
You're unbelievable.
Utah.
There it is. Unbelievable.
Yes. Yes. Record intact.
Matt Lane, what say you down on the sideline?
He's going to say I'm a nerd.
Silence from Matt Lane. And that is your Augusta Auto Auction sideline report.
Yeah.
What a ball game we have seen here tonight. We have 99 seconds left to go. And Thompson needing basically a miracle here. Burke County has it 3rd and 9. So if you do the math here, after Burke County snaps it, if they don't get the first down, and they go for it on 4th down and don't get it.
Burke has only punted once and it was blocked.
Thompson could get the ball back with about 35 seconds left to play. But that's if Burke County doesn't get a first down. And here's Kelly. There he goes. First down. And that should wrap it up for the Bears as this Bears Den crowd is ready to celebrate.
Well, why not? Only fitting that Damari Kelly does it. When he came into the game, he changed the whole complexion. And keep in mind, he had an 85-yarder called back.
Now he did stay in bounds. That's the other big thing at the end of that run. So now the clock starts as they spot the ball. I was trying to figure out
why he was running to the sideline like, no, you don't want to do that.
If he was I was trying to see, we were kind of screened on the far side here, whether he was able to stay in bounds or not, but he did. So the clock is running. 1:10. There you go. Now it's correct on your screen as we tick down to a minute to play. And now the Bears can just take a knee and go into victory formation because Thompson cannot stop the clock again.
Do you think Coach Parker is upset that they're hurting their rushing stats here? No. I got news for you. No.
Just going to let you listen to this celebration for just a moment. Drink it in, Burke County. Well, a pause in the action here as we have a sideline warning, but it's not going to have any effect on the outcome. As we stand here in the press box and look at this Burke County crowd, everybody with their phones out, taking pictures of the scoreboard, taking pictures of the celebration that is about to begin on the field. The Burke County players beginning to dance on their sideline. One more snap should do it.
There's the man of the hour right there, Jamari Kelly. This is a win for the whole community. All of Burke County, all of Waynesboro.
It is final. Burke County has toppled the number 2 team in the state. As far back as I could tell in my research before this game, Burke County had not beaten a top 3 ranked team here at the Bears Den in the regular season. That streak ends here tonight.
And by the way, I did get a little message about why Bill Knight William Knight, Bill Knight did not punt earlier. Turf toe. And that might be why Jamari Kelly played a little bit more, and obviously it worked out pretty well for Burke County.
The celebration continues here at the Bears Den. We will take a quick break. Eric Parker is about to get the Gatorade shower on the field if they can ever find them, so look out wherever you are, Matt Lane. We'll catch up with them in just a moment. Your final score here tonight, the Burke County Bears 27, the Thompson Bulldogs 24. You're watching Game Night Live. Number 5, Burke County has knocked off and upset number 2, Thompson, handing the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. Burke County remains undefeated and all but wraps up the Region 3 Quad A championship here at the Bears Den tonight. Simply an unbelievable football game, AB.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jalen Odom was awesome, but the turf toe for Bill Knight allowed Kelly more carries, and Jamari Kelly was unbelievable tonight.
And you bet Eric Parker is a happy man down on the sideline, the Augusta Auto Auction sideline report with Matt Lane. Matt, you've got to ask him about going forward on that 4th down play.
Of course I'm going to ask him about that, John. Coach Parker, I got to ask you, which of your 4 4th down conversions was your favorite in that second half?
All of them. We needed all of them, too.
Coach, going into the second half, obviously your teams have always been tough, always shown a lot of resilience. What are you most proud of your team in the second half, really solidifying yourself not only in the region but really as a favorite going into the state playoffs?
Well, you know, this thing wasn't exactly pretty. Of course, good teams do that to you. They force you to make some mistakes. But I just thought our kids kept coming back, kept answering the bell, kept trying to find a way to execute, and got it done. Boy, it was a heck of a ball game.
Always a good game against you and Thompson, Coach. Go celebrate with your team.
I'm going to do that.
Back to you, John.
Well, we say that every week. Go celebrate with your team. This is a celebration that might last into Saturday.
Yeah. They might close down Waynesboro tomorrow. Hey, don't expect anything happening there. They're going to be celebrating. But, look, it was what he said's right. It was 2 great football teams. Give Thompson credit. When they fell down 10 late, a lot of teams give up there. Thompson didn't. They went right down the field and scored. You had 2 great football teams doing battle in a great atmosphere. It doesn't get any better than this. And in the end, Burke County was able to get the close victory. And they had so many different people, from Jalen Odom, Miles Simon, Jamari Kelly, Bill Knight, who maybe not on offense as much tonight, but he recovered that onside kick. Even with that turf toe, he was able to make his presence felt in the game. But just a great football game between 2 great football teams.
And you see that celebration going on the field. And I know you like to try to make a Steelers reference every week.
Yeah.
I like to try to make a Varsity Blues reference every week. You know, the end where they talk about this is the night they'll remember the rest of their lives. These kids are going to, no matter what happens the rest of this year, they will remember this night the rest of their lives. Now it is time to award our Augusta Pain Center hit of the game. We had a few nominees tonight, but I think I know which one it is.
Well, yeah, I do too. It's Tyler Curry getting kind of tumbled here, and I think it was 46. I got to figure out who it was that hit him. It was number 40-something for Burke County, and I apologize. I think it was 46, but I'm not 100% sure. It was either 45 or 46 and who laid the hit. So it was either Jermichael Dukes or Vernon Denmark. One of the 2 got him there.
And that is our Augusta Pain Center hit of the game for Week 11. And still to come, we have our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. And again, I think we have more nominees this week than we may have had any other week this year.
Well, absolutely. And like I said, Jalen Odom with the early touchdown. He also had the 60-yard run that set up the other touchdown. Whoever they put in there at quarterback seemed to do pretty well. But in the end, it was Damari Kelly that was a standout on offense. And defensively, there were some big names. The Washington kid played great. Miles Simon was outstanding. And then on the Thompson side, let's not forget, Mills Riding made some great throws tonight on that side. Christian Tutt with the early touchdowns for Thompson stood out. And Anthony Larkins up front on that defensive line for Thompson was outstanding as well.
And as we wait to go back down to Matt Lane for our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game, it's a good point to make that, the loss here for Thompson tonight, you hate for somebody to have to lose this game, but Thompson still has a ton to play for as we go ahead in this season.
Oh, yeah. And look, if it plays out like it should, if the teams that are supposed to win do, and we know that doesn't always happen, but if it does, all it means is you're still going to have to, in this classification, you're still going to have to beat Cartersville. You're just going to have to beat them before the state championship game if you're Thompson. I think both these teams can make a deep run. I don't know if either of these teams are as good as Thompson was last year, but I think both are capable of making a run. It's just going to be a matter of, you got to come to play when you get that far in the state.
All right, well, it is time now to reveal our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game once again down to the sideline and Matt Lane. All right, we apologize. We're having a technical difficulty apparently with Matt Lane's microphone. There are approximately, half of Burke County is on the field. They've come up from Sardis, from here in Waynesboro. So there are a lot of people around there, and so the technical aspects can be a little wonky sometimes with all those people around. So we'll get back downstairs to Matt in a moment. But your final score here once again in what was just a memorable ball game, Burke County 27, Thompson 24. Burke County next week will head down to, or actually be home, I should say, against Hepzibah. Thompson will also be home against Richmond Academy. Both those teams closing out the regular season, closing out region play as well.
Yeah, and then, of course, I don't want to leave here. I think I'm just going to stay. But no offense to Laney and Josie, but, this was unbelievable. Yeah, next week, talk about rivalry games, a big one in Richmond County. It's always a huge party. Talk about tailgating and all. We'll have that going on next week as we wrap up our regular season here with Game Night Live at Josie as they take on their arch rivals from Laney. Both of them struggling a bit this year, but that game is always one where you just throw out the record books.
It is almost impossible to believe that next week is our final game of the year for Game Night Live.
Flown by. It is absolutely flown by. A game of the year for end of the year for us, but we still got playoffs, and we've got a lot of teams that'll be in the playoffs. So it's going to be fun to watch and see which one of these teams can make a big move and make a deep run, perhaps.
And I know after we're done next week, you'll you'll continue to follow the playoffs on your Facebook page and continue to make picks. I'll be rejoining the Football Friday Night staff where I've been for these many years as we continue to cover the playoffs each and every Friday night at 11:35. And speaking of, if you missed anything here tonight, folks, if you're just getting home from your game, you can catch all of the highlights from this one coming up at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6, the only 30-minute show dedicated completely to high school football. Nathan Palm, Zach Hughes, we had a good one here tonight. They are working hard back in the sports office, and I know they'll bring you all of the activity from this one and all the games from around the CSRA coming up tonight at 11:35. And if you want to see this game in its entirety from start to finish, don't forget, we re-air this broadcast coming up at noon. That's noon this Sunday on WJBF News Channel 6 to get your Sunday started before you watch your NFL games. Let's try to go down one more time to Matt Lane and see if we can reveal our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
And welcome down on the field for our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Of course, we couldn't do any of this without our friends at McDonald's. One of the best games each and every year, the Burke County Thompson game. This one also did not disappoint. For the defensive side of the ball, I want to go ahead and hand out some awards. Number 33, Miles Simon, plays defensive line, kind of plays a little bit everywhere for the Burke County defense. Terrific game all over the field. Obviously, our choice for defensive player of the game. I want to hand the award to Miles Simon. And real quick, Miles, just can you talk about how exciting it is to get a win over a big rival like Thompson?
It's very exciting. We haven't, all week they told us we haven't done anything our whole 4 years in high school. And it's just amazing to finally win one against Thompson.
That's right. And on offense, a guy that we've grown to love on Game Night Live, number 8, Damari Kelly. We saw him as a sophomore really stand out. We knew there was something special there. Tonight, a terrific lineup for him. 11 runs for 52 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then 3 of 7 for 34 yards in the air. Our offensive player of the game, Damari Kelly, quarterback for the Burke County Bears. And real quick, Damari, you've been a really exciting player ever since, we saw you as a sophomore. How have you progressed each and every year? Kind of, you don't, seems like you get a ton of carries or passes at the beginning of the year, but each and every year towards the tail end of the year, Coach Parker really puts it in your hands.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I just make plays, and I can't do it without my team, so I'm proud of us, and we've just been working hard. Like Miles said, we have had anything since I don't know when, and now that we have one, it's just amazing.
And kind of going into the postseason, what are your guys' plans after a game like this?
Celebrate, and then come back next week and get another W.
That's right. Again, the Burke County-Thompson game, always one of the biggest games of the year in our local area. Want to thank, once again, thanks McDonald's for always sponsoring the offensive and defensive players of the game. Back to you, John.
All right, Matt, congratulations to our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. AB, this one was fun.
Man, I might need to take a nap up here. You think they're going to let us stay?
Well, we might have time because as I look out at the traffic, it might take us a little while to get back to Augusta.
I knew this was going to be big already, but when we pull up and we're a half a mile from the football field and we're stuck in traffic, I was like, uh-oh. But no, just a great game. We knew going in these were two of the best teams in the area, if not the best two, with apologies maybe to North Augusta, maybe the only other one in the argument. And we knew it was going to be a dogfight tonight. And in the end, Burke County was able to make a few more plays and get the win. And here's the key. Both these teams like to run the football. Burke County did it better tonight, and that's why they won the football game. Thompson went to the air a lot more than they normally do, and they did come up with some big plays. But Burke County's offensive line won this football game. And of course, Damari Kelly making a few incredible individual plays as well. But, Eric Parker – he should be certainly proud of this team, but on the other side shouldn't hang their heads. You got to forget this one. You're going to be at home in all likelihood, barring something crazy. You're going to be at home for the state playoffs, and you got to forget this one and move on and get your win next week against Richmond Academy at home, and then focus on that playoff run because this game ain't going to matter once those playoffs start.
So one more time, what a ball game here tonight. Burke County remains unbeaten and basically clinches the Region 3 4A championship. The number 5 ranked Bears won't be number 5 much longer. They will move up as they have upset number 2 Thompson here tonight, 27-24. A reminder to you, we have a full re-air broadcast of this game in its entirety. Trust me, folks, you'll want to watch it this Sunday noon on WJBF News Channel 6. Football Friday night coming up at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. Here on MeTV, we will be joining our regularly scheduled program already in progress. I believe that would be Hogan's Heroes, so enjoy that. Once again, your final score from the Bears Den. The Burke County Bears, 27. The Thompson Bulldogs, 24. We will see you next week from White Road Stadium in downtown Augusta for Laney Josie. Good night from Waynesboro.